Berea has a lot of parkland and wetland between the Metro Park, city-owned places, and the college even. Is Berea doing all it can to preserve them, to fight pollution, fight erosion, and fight runoff on these properties?
Well, the city of Berea, or are we talking about the Metro Parks?
Well, I'm mostly asking, as because you're running for city office, what the city's role should be. I know there are Metro Park, or I know the other organizations are doing what they,
Right.
think they should do.
To be honest, I don't know if the city really has gotten involved with wetlands. I think Wallace Lake, years ago, we had it dredged, and now for the flow, and now it's been 15 years, they just, deal with the Metro Parks just to leave it alone and make it a wetland. So in that respect, I think that the cooperation between Metro Parks and the city of Berea is good.
And in terms of Coe Lake, I wanted to also segue into the park, the city parks renovations. We've got renovations going on at McKelvey and Coe,
yeah,
and to some extent at the old school. I'm drawing a blank on the Parkland, and even a little bit at Lou Groza. So it's been a lot of park work. How do you feel about the city's parks and about the efforts to improve them?
Oh, I think Berea being a family, community-oriented city, I think it's a real nice thing. The Coe Lake years ago was a quarry, and I think it's a place where families come on a daily basis. There's a fishing pier, there's a gazebo. Friday nights we have the band concerts. It's a very picturesque area that you can rent little canoes or paddle boats or whatever. There's a fountain in the middle of the lake. McKelvey Park, which is basically downtown Berea, was built, I don't know, 40 years ago maybe. The brickwork was deteriorated. It was basically falling apart. It has not been a dedicated park yet. The name is going to stay the same. There was quite a bit of, a lot of renovation that went on. Lou Groza Field, which has now been changed
Yes.
to Malone
Yes.
Field, is basically a baseball park with a children's playground that was constructed by the Browns, volunteers. We took the gazebo from Coe Lake and put it over by Malone Park because of all the people who are going to be playing, visitors watching the baseball game, they can have picnics or whatever there. So in the last, I guess 8 years since the mayor has taken office, there has been $2.8 million that has been spent on Parks and Recreation. And this year alone, I believe that the city has spent $1.9 million. So there has been, in answer to your question, a lot of park renovation going on. But yes, and I think it's needed for the families and the children.